Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Admiral Pegasus, and on today's show, yes, we're going to be looking at the Gorn Eviscerator because I finally unlocked it. Now, and we're not going to go into the history on when this was released and everything back in May 2024. We're going to just literally look at the ship, what research comes with it, because yes, there are some research, what you need to do with it, its abilities, and the refinery side of it as well. So that's literally what we're going to be covering. We're going to try and get it done as fast as possible. But hey, you know me. This is Admiral Pegasus show. Anything that it could go out as long as it takes. And it turns out apparently as well as YouTube, longer form videos, I mean a lot longer form videos, seem to be becoming a new thing for YouTube. But anyway, if you do end up liking this video, please don't forget to smash the like button, share as well amongst your alliance, your server, your friends, your family, whoever you like to share it with. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. So, Gorn Eviscerator. As with the last video, I literally put in there at the beginning about the aims of the video. So the aim is basically just to show you the Eviscerator, its rebuilding cost, its upgrading cost, how you can actually source this, and the loop it actually comes with itself. Now, I'm not going to put the loop up on the screen. We're just going to go through this as I normally do. So, starting off then, as you can see, it's going to be 200 blueprints, and you can source these by a weekly event on a Thursday, which is the hunting Gorn ships, basically just going out, killing a crap load of Gorn to acquire a total of 14 blueprints per week. So once you've got those 14 blueprints, once you've done your number of weeks, it's 10, 11, 12, 15 weeks. So you're looking around about 15 weeks to actually get the Gorn Eviscerator, just over three and a half months really. And obviously, basically building it, there's your build costs: 36 million titanium, 4 million dilithium, and some G4 materials. Now, this is a G4, G5 ship. I think it goes into G6 as well. And the build cost of this as well actually is relatively... It's not too bad for G4. It's not too bad for G6. But G5 is where it's really going to hammer you. So just bear that in mind. So before we actually get into building this thing, as you can see, it's going to take me nearly 6 days to build. No, it's not. This is its ability, it's the spatial rip. Basically, this is like the summoning device of the Discovery, except it's aimed in a specific system. You send a ship there to jump through it. So don't worry, we're going to show you how this actually works. And obviously with those ships as well, they do get an instant recall as well. There is some juice that comes with this, but hey ho, we will learn about this one. Other abilities as well is Hunt the Hunters, increasing isolated damage against Gorn hostiles by 200%. So yeah, okay, that's going to be better than using your standard warships. And obviously Rigorous Extraction increases the amount of Apex Isomatter gained when defeating Gorn Hunters by 5,000%. Now, we will be able to show this one off in a comparison using my Newton, because that's the ship I primarily use to kill the Gorn. But obviously, we'll show you what the 5,000% is for the Isomatter. Now, Apex Isomatter was the second thing brought in after the Violate Isomatter. But Violate is volatile. And it was... The Gorn ships drop small amounts, but again, we can discuss that when we come to it. So let's get this thing built then. Obviously, 6 days to build it. So as you see, mine's going to come out the dock around 17 million. So yeah, okay, pretty reasonable. And I can tell you now that I do have enough to upgrade this thing quite far. So here we go. Eviscerator coming out. I'm not going to press the skip. So it's not exactly the best looking ship, in all honesty. It is a bit of a... Yeah. But adding Federation warp nacelles to it, I mean, I don't know what Scopely were thinking when they actually designed this. But then again, does Scopely ever think about anything? But, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's the weapons pod at the front or it's meant to be a deflector. But here it is. Here's your Gorn Eviscerator there. So quick look round. Yeah. Nothing special, really. But as you can see as well from the top, it is got 15 tiers to it as well, which is the new thing with the G6 ships. So here we go then. So the little handy dandy idiot list. So use a Gorn Eviscerator, open spatial rips, your ships and alliance members. So yes, alliance members will also be able to use that rip. So you could use this towards armadas and everything. Can travel through spatial rip to any system within their player grade. Now there has been some modifications since this was written up, which is just opening that up a little bit and allowing players from like G3 to go into G4 and from G4 into G5. So you got the chance to go at least a little bit further into the next grade up as it goes. The Gorn Eviscerator itself can also jump directly to any system within its warp range. So a bit like the Discovery, really. The Gorn Eviscerator greatly increased the amount of Apex Isomatter gained from defeating Gorn Hunters. Amazing rewards available from the Eviscerator Refinery, including Strange New Worlds officers, ship parts, and a new artifact. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that word, so I'm not even going to try. Bestows PvP isolated defense to all your ships. Now, we will look at that as well, because the one thing is with the Refinery is you can actually start doing Refinery before you build the ship. Now, technically, I should have actually showed you the Refinery before we built the ship, but hey, this is me. I don't do things simply. But as you, what you'll get on the Eviscerator is you're going to get this first tab here, which is the Eviscerator Refinery. It will go in there, and this is what you've got. You've got some Apex Recruits, which is what you can put towards Strange New Worlds officers. We'll talk about that in just a second. Apex Ship Parts, which is what you can use to gain ship parts for all your ships. Again, we'll discuss that in a minute. Gorn Eviscerator Parts, that's, you know exactly what that is. And also some shards towards the artifact, so you can get up to 5 of them as well. So this is the Apex Isomatter that you can use. As you can see, the costs here are at the bottom: 500, 1500, and 2500. Again, it's up to you how you want to do this. Is very rare that I've used the 3 chest. I primarily go after the 1 chest because, trust me, that still meant I can do this. Now, you can still keep doing this every single day if you are, if you haven't got the Eviscerator. Go out, just grind those Gorn, come back with the Apex Matter. I would strongly recommend using the level 46 ships if you've got them. If you haven't, sorry, not a lot done there. Try a Max Loot Crew if you've got it available. So, I've got them. Now, I haven't seen the rest of this, and this is going to be a first for me to actually see it. As you can see as well, across the top of them, they are telling you it's tier 1. So these will get better as you tier up. So the first one we've got is the officers. Now, there are selected officers in here. They're the most recent Strange New Worlds officers. So you're going to have Mbenga, Nurse Chapel, Sam Kirk, James Kirk, and Pellier. So Pellier. And as you can see, you've got 3 shards, you've got 2 shards, and you've got 1 shard. So, what's the odds of them? So, here's your drop rates. 42.8% for the epics and 57.2% for the rare. So, that's actually not too bad. Relatively close, so you're almost looking at a 50-50, but it has still got that little bit of a gap of around about 15%, 15.5% in there somewhere. Each role also has a chance to pay out higher amounts of shards. So that's going to be the 1, 2, or 3 chance. So you're pretty much looking at the 1 shards on that one. Actually, didn't say how many. Oh, I didn't say how many you're going to get. So I think it's going to be literally the 1. Let's test this out. We'll go with a single 1. Yep, 1 shard of Kirk. Woo! So, and then obviously it's going to have a cooldown. Again, once you tier up your Eviscerator, that will change. Then you've also got parts here. So you've got Interceptor, you've got Explorer, you've got Battleship. As you can see, at the current, mine's showing G4. Now, this will change to G5 when you get to, I think it's tier 5. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go that far with it. But again, we're going to go as far as we can possibly go. There's also a survey there. Oh, here you go. G5 parts locked behind tier 7. So, there you go. That's where it is. Now, also, with the Apex Isomatter, you can go after these. It's dirt cheap, absolutely cheap. Only 50 of these, but this is what you are going to need to help the Eviscerator jump around. So please make sure you remember to actually claim these as well as you work your way through. And then obviously you've got your normal parts here. So I'm just going to quickly claim these as we go through because we're going to go out. That's very poor pulling for the officers. But it is what it is. And then this is the one I really like the most because it's got the speed ups in it. I mean, if we take a look, yeah, 5 hours, 63 of them. I'll take that. So, but anyway, then you've got this. You've got the engine parts for your Eviscerator. And as you can see, I can go ahead and claim the parts I need. If I remember correctly, you are going to need a fair whack of these. And T4 stats Ops 46. And so basically means I can go all the way up to tier 7. That's how far I can take my Eviscerator if I have enough of these. Now it does say, obviously, 8. There you go. Is the cost using the Eviscerator parts. So you've got to use Eviscerator parts not only to upgrade the ship, but to also gain these as well. I think it's only... Oh no, you do need a certain amount of them. So let's actually see what that is when it comes to actually upgrading. So we've got to get it to tier 4 first. Now I do have the Discovery on hand as well because we're going to use the Discovery to jump the Newton out there so we can show you various things as well. I've got to repair the Newton as well. So yeah, make sure we get that done. But let's get to the first one. So obviously you're going to take it to these areas here. This is the earliest one near Romulus Space where it's got the level 40 to the level 49 systems. I always jump in at the level 49 system. So we'll send Discovery out there. We're not going to use a Go-Go Juice because we want to upgrade the Eviscerator first and see how much that's going to cost. So let's get this ship repaired and then the Newton, because I'm a stingy sod. I'm not going to pay $100 to get the extra repairer. So, but one of the rare times I do plug this, if you do want to donate to the channel, PayPal, Cash App, links are in the description of this video or the description of the channel as well. So let's just get that quickly smashed through there. And let's get the Eviscerator on. Now, the crew I'm going to be using, I will just quickly mention here, is going to be this loadout. Obviously, Neelix, don't really need Neelix. And I actually want Hugh more at the end here, because Hugh's definitely going to be far more important than Chapel. Chapel just gives us that isolated damage, but Hugh gives us the critical damage. So, now, it was 17 million, so we need to scroll back to around here. Oh, it's actually coming out at 19 million, just under. So, with my officers on, upgrading it then, it should be pretty simple. Yep, nice and simple. We're not going to level it up. So, let's just get through all these. So, if you do want to see the cost that I'm paying, by all means, quickly pause it and have a look. But bearing in mind, I have a lot of research which brings down my cost in materials and resources. When it comes to the actual parts, no, it won't bring down the cost of that because that's obviously unique to that. But, I mean, the cost as well, we're looking at 22,000 of Gorn Eviscerator parts just to actually do a single part. Here you go, the hull at 28,000. So, now we're going to tier this one up. Spend a little bit of latinum there. As you can see, I can do the parts for the next tier. But what I want to show you is, yeah, this happening. So, bear me while I reset the game. Okay, so we've got the game back up. And what we're going to do is going to jump straight into the Eviscerator. And what you can see is the first chest has actually reset itself. So, for tier 2, this is what we're going to be getting for tier 2. As you can see, my recruits has doubled in the amount. We're starting to get more Eviscerator parts as well, but the rest of it's still the same. But the cost has also increased from, so let's just look at the 3 chest side, from 2,500 to 4,000. So we're going to keep it on the 1 chest because I'm not going to have a lot to actually spend. on that. And then obviously you got the we can see the officers hasn't changed because it does say T1 plus. So that's not changed, but then you've got all the parts here, which we never actually looked at, but you can see this is going to cost me 300 to get a guaranteed pull on these. And if we click the I quickly, it's going to show you the way. There you go. Tier 4 is where the rays come into this. And then Tier 7 plus is where you're going to get the G5. So basically means Ops level 51 and Ops level 56 for those respective parts, which means yes, when I get to Tier 7, it will jump to G5 parts for me, with me being a G5 player. Now, obviously, I will be looking primarily at this for the battleship side of ones, just to get my Tribune up to Tier 8, so I can do the cube. But yeah, I'm also looking at trying to potentially get the Newton up as high as possible. So, but that's Tier 3. So as you can see clearly that it's going to increase every single tier, which if you're a new player, you've got the Eviscerator, you know exactly how it's going to work. So here we go then. So, oh god, that was like 40,000 for that. 53,000. I don't think I'm going to be able to get very far with the parts on this one. So let's get this one up to see as far as we can. Let's just go as far as we can. Okay, just quickly jumping in back in. So looking at the Tier 3 side of things, you can see the Eviscerator parts now are 9,000. Recruits are 5 each. But I'm obviously not going to be able to pull this chest anymore. But obviously when I do hit Tier 4, we'll be able to see what that refinery holds. So here we go towards Tier 4. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Because we can't build any, we can't do any more. So Tier 3 is the most I can get. And here we go. Tier 4 engine component. So let's have a look about getting that, because I could have sworn it. I'm supposed to have pulled like more of these. I don't know why I went in there. I don't know. So we need to go over to the engine at the end here and pick that. Click on that. So we have that. Is that got a cooldown on it? No, it hasn't. So when we go in, yes, it's going to tell me there's an upgrade available. That's because of leveling it up. Oh, here we go. It's opened it up. It's opened up. Here we go. This is why we need 8. Because you're going to need it to do all the parts by the looks of it. Yep. There you go. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Go on. And there's another one. So yeah, you're going to need these parts for all. Oh my lordy. Just to make this more complicated. So, oh. So that's going to cost me a little bit more. That's going to give me 1 part left over. I know you're probably saying that I should have done the hull armour and everything first, but I've never been one to do things straightforward. Yep, so we're not going to get clearly to Tier 4, are we? Keep knocking me thing around. Yep, the engine part's going to be the last one because I am quite sure. So it's going to be a few days before I can get that one. So what range have we got with this thing now then? Right now is impulse speed of 206 and watt range of 180. Now before we actually take this thing out, because I want to take it to at least a decent level system, let's look at the research that also comes with it. But I will say with this research as well, you are going to need the Eviscerator parts as well. So if we go into the Starship's tree, and here we go, scroll right across. So right on the end there, you've got 3 different pieces of research. You've got this one, Violet Matter, which increases the amount of isomatter gained with the Gorn Eviscerator. This is restricted by your ops building. I did look at this earlier, and I think the highest I can go was 30%. So tier 4 is the highest I would actually be able to go with my current R&D building. Then you've got the Violate Augmentation, which increases the Violate isomatter gained with the Eviscerator, restricted to the tier of the Eviscerator. So I'm on tier 3 at the minute, and what I will be able to go is up to 25% boost on there as well. Because bear in mind, I don't have the loot boost of the Newton on this ship. Now the Eviscerator also has a warp boost here as well. And again, with this one, I believe if the research I looked at, I can go up to tier 7, which is going to give me a 110 range warp boost. So now this is only restricted by the level of your R&D, if I remember correctly. So that's as far as I can go with it. But again, it is using your they're all using your Eviscerator parts. If you don't have the Eviscerator parts, you can't do it, unfortunately. So by all means, upgrade your ship, but also work on these researches, get them as good as you can if you are going to use your Eviscerator. So let's put the Eviscerator to the test then in a fire, going out and taking out the hostiles. So the first one is going to be the Eviscerator going out, and what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to change it over for the back for the Newton, just for now. Because what I want to do is I want to show you a comparison of how much we're going to actually get. So if we get the Newton in, and we'll just take on this one particular ship here. They all give the same out. So looking at this one, as you can see, the volatile isomatter is going to be 50, and the apex is going to be 9. That's what you're actually going to get with it. So now I just need to send the Newton home, and then we'll bring the Eviscerator back in to actually show you what it will collect. So here we go. So this is what we're going to get with the Newton. We've got the 190 volatile matter, and we've got 34 apex isomatter. So we'll get the Newton gone, and we'll put that back up there. Now, I don't know if the Eviscerator is actually going to be able to kill a level 49, but we can certainly have a look. I mean, it increases its iso damage quite substantially against it, so that should work realistically. But anyway, so let's jump out there and have a look. Okay, so just a quick jump in here. In your gift section as well, if we just quickly jump back out, it's the ship resources tab. I just noticed I pulled some of this Axion Plasma. You can get some in there. And if you obviously maxed out at that, as you can see, I'm at 30,000. You will get some Eviscerator parts to actually go with it as well. So yeah, so just throwing that in there as well. Now we'll switch over to the Eviscerator. Get it taken out there, and but yeah, that did 9 minutes worth of damage to my Newton. So there we go. 1, 2, I mean, you always know what I'm going to do. I'm always going to cover everything. Because that's just the way I roll. If we can just get that button pushed. And there we go. Down to 24 million. Alright, and then we jump out. Don't worry, I will show you the spatial rip it just shortly. So, right, let's call the Eviscerator out. And have we got an Explorer nearby? We have. So, this is using the Max Loot crew. Again, not changed the crew over. And Eviscerator has beaten it quite handily, actually. So that makes me wonder if I should actually go further. And as you can see, the massive difference. So we've lost 50 Violate Isomatters with the difference from the Newton to the Eviscerator. I will get the words right. But the Isomatters took a massive, massive increase. So now the question is with the Eviscerator, can I do the level 51? I've never been able to do a level 51. I think I tell a lie, I have been able to do the level 51. I've managed to kill one, and that's using the Tribune and using a completely different crew to what I'm actually using right now. So let's see what the Eviscerator does to a level 51. And bear in mind that this is a tier 3 Eviscerator. So I'm not expecting anything serious. So let's see how it handles this one. Because I'd be quite interested to see that one. Nope, it did actually destroy me. So let's have a quick look at the battle log. How badly did I actually do against that? Well, I'm really not going to do anything interesting with a discovery, am I, against it? Oh my god. Oh. How many people noticed that I actually sent the discovery? Comment in the section down below if you realised I sent the discovery actually to go attack one of these. Oh my lord. As if I actually did that. As if I did that. So here we go. Proper ship going at it now. And yeah, I still lost. I still lost, but how bad was the loss? So normally I'd take a small portion of hull off him. And yeah, I barely scratched it. So I'm not going to do an awful lot. So I'd have to completely change the crew to actually take one of these on. So yeah, that's something I'd have to work on the crew loadouts for. I'm not familiar with all the various different loadouts that there is. So just move myself out of the way then so you get to see the repair cost. 66.2 million titanium to actually fully repair this at tier 3. As you can see, literally one component short of tier 4. So now let's actually do the spatial rip. So if we actually send the discovery back out, we'll actually do it to this particular system for no apparent reason besides the fact it's actually on the screen. And then we're going to jump the Eviscerator out there. Now, as I said, that this is the first time I'm actually using this ability. So, as you can see, it's going to cost me 5,000 to actually do. I've got 50,000, so that gives me 10 particular jumps. So, and now in the chat as well, it will display that you've actually done a spatial rip. As you can see here to this particular system. So if we click on that, that should take us back to that 51 system where the Eviscerator actually is. Yep, there. So now the question is, where is the start of that rip? Now, if I'm right, there should be a symbol on screen for it. No, I'm guessing not. Right, so So, hang on. I've got to figure out how this works, because I don't actually know how this works. Got 6 minutes. No. So, how do you actually use this rip then? Ah, here we go. So, if you want to use the rip, there's a symbol there on the AI. So, basically, there you go. It's going to cost you an extra 250 of the thing. So, that's just going to send my NX Clash straight out there. And if we go straight in, as you can see, the Enterprise is now sat in the middle of the system. Now, if I wanted to send this thing home, which you can see, there's an instant recall, which means when I press that button, it's going to send my ship straight back home. Now, is it going to send it straight back to the system? Or is it going to send me straight to my base? Apparently, I wanted to click on my Tribune. No, I didn't. So, yes, it sent it straight back to my base. So, that is literally how it works. So, that's the Eviscerator. Nice and simple. Obviously, I've taken it out to a system that normally it can't get to. So, if I actually tried to recall it right now... oh, hang on. Yep. Oh, I can't recall because it's too far away. So, let's get the Discovery back here and then we'll summon it back. And then we'll show you the instant jump from the, if I could stop coughing, that is, the Eviscerator as well. So, last little feature for the Eviscerator, we're going to jump there, set course, and it's going to give me the option to jump it. So I can just jump it straight out there, which basically means if you want to go out and kick some Gorn butt, you can send it out there. How much I'm going to get out of this for doing a run against the Gorn, I really do not know. But it's definitely going to be worth me having a real good play with this after, obviously, recording this video. But anyway, so that's your Eviscerator. It costs a build. I hope I actually did put the screenshot in, so because I forgot to. But if not, if I didn't put it in early in the video, but here's the full cost to actually build the thing. It is going to be expensive primarily through the G5 areas, so just bear that in mind. But we got an idea for how much it's going to cost you through the G4 areas as well. But anyway, so that's the Eviscerator. Thank you for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. If you did like the video, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share out amongst your friends and alliance and servers and all that lovely stuff. But until next time, stay safe. This time remember, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.